Now I don't know about you, but after a while all these 0 to 60 before you can blink high-powered supercars, well, they get a little bit too much. So I think to bring the show nicely back down to earth, what more could you ask for than a lovely Audi Estate? This is the A4, it's nice subtle lines, no silly bonnet vents or flared out wheel arches, and absolutely none of those nasty tail spoilers. In fact, it's pretty safe to say that this car would be perfect for your rep who's doing quite well for himself, or maybe even for taking your middle-class dog for a walk on a middle-class Sunday afternoon. But not quite, because this car is a little bit special. And the only way you can tell is the little S badge on the back. Because if an Audi's got an S on it, well, it's like the M on a BMW or the RS on a Ford. You know it's going to be a monster. And the only way you can tell is to give it a drive. Now the reason this fairly ordinary looking Audi leaps into life when you put your foot down is because under the bonnet is a 2.7 litre V6 bi-turbo engine, kicking out 265 brake horsepower. And because it's a bi-turbo or twin-turbo, it means the power comes in much earlier in the rev range. So in almost any gear, put your foot down and try and stop yourself grilling like a fool. And what does it cost? Well, in standard trim, the S4 will set you back £38,000. But the model we've got today has got extras such as satellite navigation, TV tuner, and of course those lovely seats. And that'll set you back 44 grand. Now, as with all of Audi's S-cars, that superb engine is linked to the legendary Quattro four-wheel drive system. Now that means you can have a load of fun in the corners as well as on a straight line, while sticking to all the speed limits, of course. And the very fact that this is an Audi, well, it means that bits aren't going to start falling off once you're abusing the gas pedal. It's actually a little bit strange, I think, the fact that this car is so powerful and yet it looks so ordinary. I mean, 0 to 60 time is about 5.5 seconds, which isn't that much slower than the BMW M3, and it's quicker than some of the Porsche Carreras, and both of those cars look like out-and-out performance vehicles. So that begs the question, who on earth is going to spend an extra 8 grand on this car over a regular A4 Quattro for something that looks exactly the same? So how do you best sum up this car? Well, if it's out-and-out performance that you're interested in, then this is going to fit the bill. In fact, it's going to be very, very impressive. But if you want impressive performance and you want to impress the neighbours, you might be a little bit disappointed, unless, of course, you give them a lift home from work.